Oh, what's up, y'all? Cattle Prod back again. It's weird without music. It's so weird. So we're gonna do a little bit different today. We're actually gonna review something, and I've never listened to it, so we're gonna experience it for the first time. At Hell's Headbangers and again at Dead by Dog, I ran into Ghoulish Dave. Ghoulish Dave's been in the comments, and he has a YouTube channel, and I invite you to go check that out. Say hey to the guy. He hooked me up with a little promo CD. So we're going to open this up real fast. I tried to open it earlier, and I realized you need to open it. So we're going to open it. There we go. Okay, I did a lame job opening it. All right. Damn. Dave, what the hell? Oh, man. Oh, I see why. That cardboard's not the most... Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Let's get that on camera. Whatever that says. I'll read it here in a second. And then we got blah, blah. So this is from the mighty Ghoulish Dave. Boom, boom. We're going to spin this one right now. Oh, there it is. Boom. I'm going to go put it in the CD player. I'll be right back. Talk to the cat. I should probably push play. Yeah, so it's only 3 songs, so we'll probably... Alright. Make it a little louder. There we go. Ooh. Got a solo. Oh, Fomorian Productions. I was also given this. Gonna rep a little bit of Mordant Red there. He's on YouTube. Check him out. Fun guy. Really cool. Check out his stuff. Hate-filled black metal. There you go. There it is. Check this stuff out. Check out Mordant Red and all their cool stuff over here on... Yeah. Got some American black metal in there. This is reminding me of Impiety. You get an Impiety feel off this. Unholy Procession? Oh. Unholy Procession, I guess. And Dave's doing guitars, bass, and vocals. And DFK on drums. I don't know if I met him. I met the mighty Ghoulish Dave. Okay, so that was the first track. Yeah, I got an Impiety, early Impiety feel off that one. Goddess of Disease. Let's see, what else do we get over here? Well, Dave was just handing out all kinds of cool shit. Again, Ghoulish Grin is what we're listening to. It's Ghoulish Grin, but it's Ghoulish Dave. you know, he's got a YouTube channel. It's in the comments. Got to hang out with him. Oh, this is from Ablated Records. That's completely unrelated there, but, you know. Oh, Fomorian Productions. There we go. Nice little sticker from them. Fomorian Productions. Check that out. I think that's what Dave is doing. And for some reason, Backstreet Boys. So there you go. Thank you, Fomorian Productions, for throwing that in there. I think, as I said, that's where it came from. Said, yeah, hand out the sticker, and did that. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. This kind of has that Morbid Angel of Disease there thing. Okay, we get some Covenant era Morbid Angel. So we got Impiety. Covenant era Morbid Angel. Damn, Dave can solo. Yeah, man, Dave can fucking solo. It's fucking awesome. Doing vocals on top of that. So another comment. We're just going to jump into that. We're going to spin this. If it stops, we'll spin it again. That's how we do. I have Vierna Salcentro. VIERNASALCENTRO. Vierna Salcentro. Something of the Central? I don't know, man. That sounds like Spanish, but I'm really not figuring out what that says yet. Well, anyways. Oh, now we're on Into the Storm of Steel. This is an asterisk. I think this is a cover song. I thought I had a note made of that somewhere. Oh yeah. Here's another one. Another little promo he gave me with another, like, some more information there to contact Ghoulish Grin and Ghoulish Dave. Just throw that up real fast. Black death / death metal from the region. From the region. I don't know what region, but I assume that's hell adjacent. So, Vierna Salcentro. This is an interesting comment. It just added coal into the furnace of ideas. A strong case could be made for both keeping the black theme or letting other symbology in. I have no idea what we're talking about. Oh, y'all are talking about the rainbow flag. With some skulls in front of it. Oh, yeah. Also, the rainbow and the LGBT symbology in general is very aligned with the day and the sun. I think there's some latent aesthetical explorations to be made by perhaps nocturnal, saturnal, the word that starts with a Q. I can't say that one. You know, oh, weird like a moth, not a butterfly. Okay. Vierna Salcentro's got some weird topics. I'm not sure English is his first language there. Yeah, a lot of you guys get in the comments and try to, like, bait me into talking about some of these current events and shit like that. And I try not to take the bait, but I don't want to alienate anybody, you know. Because I think we have more in common than we have differences, and I don't care which tribe you're in. We are all. Let's just say you're woke. Let's just say you are. Let's just say you're just like, I'm part of the LGBT, but I'm not in the woke department. I'm more of just normal. None of us are fucking normal here. Where's the end of it? I'm gonna spin it again. So yeah, I try not to get into these comments too much. So I commented, and I think this is just going to be for everybody, in case not everybody's going to read this comment, so I'm just going to say it. Every group becomes toxic on a long enough timeline. Self-policing of irresponsible behaviors is a touchy subject to bring up if you are in a group. I've watched a lot of groups implode because of unchecked behavior. I don't care if you're in the death metal scene, black metal scene, biker scene, LGBT scene, LGBTQ plus whatever scene, the woke scene. Hell, even you guys if you're like Antifa or Antifa adjacent. All of us have more in common than we do differences. Every single one of us is beholden to rules we didn't write and we did not agree upon. We are beholden to taxation that we did not vote for. We're beholden to regulations that we did not ask for. Every one of us is a debt slave. Every one of us owes money just because we're alive. Just because you're alive, you now owe money. And the government really doesn't like it when you trade and barter and just bypass money. They really seem to hate it when the government seems to hate it when they cannot take money out of your fucking pocket. I don't care what scene you're in, we're all slaves to that. Fucking legit debt slaves. So, while we have our differences about small things, we are all forgetting the big picture. It's a good riff. And no matter what group you're in, there needs to be policing. I know how we feel about police, but self-policing is just reminding your mates, your bros, your sisters, your friends, your allies, like certain behavior draws unwanted attention. Certain behaviors can cause more problems than they'll solve. So when we look at each other and see each other out there, and we're like, you know, we're all different, we're all weird, we're all outcasts. Every fucking one of us, dude. Go to those fucking shows. What do you see? All outcast type people in some way, shape, or form. We don't fit into the narrow view. There's a group of people in charge, and they want us all to be very obedient workers. They want us to be obedient workers. I don't care if you're on the communist side, or the fascist side, or the capitalist side, or just the libertarian side. We are all herded by a small group of people that seem to control all the finances and all the wealth. And remember, they have militarized police to enforce this shit. Why are we angry at each other? We should be just, let's forget about our differences and focus on our commonalities. And I believe, personally, this is just me, and I hope that some of you share this, that every one of us, every single one of us, every human alive right now, and every human that has ever been alive, and every human that will be alive, that will be created and born in this world, we all have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Happiness is not a guarantee. You have the right to pursue it. Find what makes you happy. You have the right to be alive. No one can take that right from you. Now, if you endanger other people and threaten their life, their liberty, or their pursuit of happiness, you have now become an enemy of humanity, an enemy of mankind. We all have the right to life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. I don't care who you are. As long as you're not infringing on someone else's life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. I'm 100% free speech absolutist. Somebody asked me, I'm going to kind of make this vague a little bit, but somebody asked me, hey, this thing is going to occur. I guess they sensed I might take offense to what they were about to do, and they were about to do an artistic display, and that's all it was. It's just an artistic display. their First Amendment, their freedom of speech. And it was art. So it wasn't just them talking, they were doing an artistic performance. Right. We're going to do this thing during the show. How do you feel about that? I told him point blank, you are not, as long as you are not endangering anyone else's lives, and this is an artistic performance, rock on. Do your thing. The moment you endanger somebody else's life, the rules change. But if you're not doing that, you're having an artistic performance, and you are allowed. And you are allowed by the rules. The rules of the United States of America, the First Amendment. And I hold to that. And we need that on the internet. We need a First Amendment for the internet. Now, you can disagree with me, and I welcome you to. I probably can disagree with you. But let's not get bogged down in our disagreements. Let's try to remember the big picture here, y'all. We're all human. We all have the right to live and pursue our course of happiness and be free. So I guess that's kind of what I wanted to bring up was the unfortunate thing that we have to police ourselves. To watch out, because every group's going to become toxic. I've seen it. I've seen it in clubs. I've seen it in scenes. I've seen it in just any group. Gaming groups. Jesus, gaming. They play board games and play with plastic army men and shit like that. And yeah, those become toxic. Because somebody just doesn't want to play to the tempo of the group. They always want to push harder when the rest of the group just wants to chill. So anyways, that's my little thing, my little thing for those of you who've been trying to get me to comment on stuff like that. That's what you're getting at. I mean, that's what we're talking about. Oh yeah, this is it. Viernes al Centro continues on. What's so cool about metal and hip hop is it's very hard for capital to arrest its language. Since violence and poverty/racial tensions are very hard to incorporate into consumerist rhetoric. Yeah, the stuff we talk about, isn't the stuff we're talking about is not palatable for the daytime television or normal over the radio. Yeah, this is not stuff that can be sold to the the consumers. Ghoulish Grin. Hope you're okay with me talking about this shit, Dave, over your song, but it's just how it lined up. He says he thinks the Q movement, at least in the mainstream, is starting to lose its edge. As a professor at university said, you're either censored or assimilated. Woo! Let me hit play again. Yeah, I remember this conversation. So I commented a little bit, I'm just going to read part of it. Assimilation should always be preferred over censorship. Censorship, to me, is a fate worse than death. Censorship is the worst thing you can do to another human being. And I know a lot of you are going to think about, well, what about killing them, murder, assault, sexual assault? Aren't those worse? Well, after you've done those horrible things to a person, you can't really step it up. You've kind of finished them off. But if you censor them, you still have the ability to do those other awful things. So if you censor someone and they're not allowed to speak and they're not allowed to have a voice or a say, that's a fate worse than death. Because after you've done that to them, then you can do those other horrible things to them. Now you can rape and murder and something. And that's worse too. But if you censor them, then you can really do those nasty things to them. So it's worse. You see, I hope that's coming across correctly. So yeah, free speech, absolutist. You don't have to agree with what I say, and I'm okay with that. You may be a Christian and not like profanatic and deicide. That's fine. You could be a Satanist and not like praise bands. That's fine. You're allowed to not like that. You know, you could be one version and not like the other version of a thing, and that's fine. You're totally allowed to. But what we have to understand is that person has as much right to breathe, speak, conduct business, take care of themselves and their families, provide an income for themselves, however they fucking choose to, provided it does not step on anybody else's rights. And that's where the woke movement got itself in a little bit of trouble with the cancel culture. And I'm just hoping that as the days are progressing, some of those people that were on that boat might realize that was probably not the best boat to be on. And sometimes those people turn out to be your best allies. The guy that was once your enemy that has decided, oh wait, I might have been on the wrong side on that one. You know, they usually end up becoming some of your better champions. And we have to, forgiveness is divine. Not saying forget, not saying let it slide. But if somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, I have wronged you in some way, and they have made an apology and made an attempt to reconcile the situation, it is now on you to accept that apology. I understand that can sometimes be hard. And I'm not saying do it, but I hope the thought crosses your mind and you sit down and give it a good, long, honest thought. And just have... And if they approach you like, hey, I'm sorry, I apologize, I wronged you, what can I do to make this better? You know, listen to them. They're trying. And you don't want to shoo them away. You know, you may not be able to forgive them today, but maybe you can forgive them tomorrow. And to me, the unforgivable sins are censoring somebody's ability to speak. It's one of the most unforgivable sins you can do, in my mind. If you have done that, you are not the good guy. If you want... Shit, we're at 22 minutes. If you want to get rid of bad speech, have more speech. Truth will always win out. You have listened to Ghoulish Grin by Ghoulish Dave. He's on YouTube. Go check him out. Say hey to him. Tell him you heard this shit on Cattle Proj channel. And we'll catch you guys next time. This is actually really good. Look at the impiety, morbid angel feel from it. So, very good. And Dave could fucking solo. That's fucking... See? Alright, I'm Cattle Proj, your Appalachian Warlord. Catch you next time, y'all.